Wait, can we go back to, we didn't talk about the tuition waiver resolution?
Yeah, point two. Okay.
Does anybody want to talk about this? I mean, I think this is a big jump, going from doing nothing for the student trustee to giving 9 hours tuition credit. I think it's a big jump. And I also want to know how this could impact somebody's financial aid status.
Sure.
You think it, just let me clarify, you think it's a big jump?
Because
Is it too big of a jump?
well,
Is that what you're saying?
I guess if everybody is okay with this, then I'm not gonna counter it, but I think we went from last year where the student trustee, and the year before, where these student trustees who served us well got no tuition break, and then now we're going to where we're gonna pay for a 9-hour amount, which is the minimum amount that a student trustee has to be enrolled in. So it's like what then, if that's the minimum amount that they have to be enrolled in, it's like a full reimbursement. So I guess what I'm saying is that's a big jump from what we allowed last year, and I just wanted to see if anyone had any comment on that or discussion about that.
You know, I think we saw some data from other colleges in their practice with student trustees.
And they're all over the board. And they're all
Well,
over
it's
the
not a
board.
matter of a standard allocation, but I don't know if we don't have that practice at all that was implemented by giving somebody 3 credits of tuition reimbursement.
Well, the other schools are all over. Some of them are $300 a semester, some of them are $250 a month. I mean, they're all over the board in what these other schools are doing.
And are any
And we got that in our update.
at the level of what's proposed?
Full tuition, well, one school is doing $250 a month. And so if you're looking at a school year, that's definitely, that's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. So ours represents about, what, like $1,000 a semester?
Yeah.
That's what it
It's
sounded
about
like it was.
$2,000 a year at that rate. somewhere.
So, but my other piece of that question was, how does that impact their financial aid?
I don't believe it does. I'll let Karen answer. But
Yeah, so two parts. The first part, the trustees were receiving scholarships over the years, and so Bella, our last student trustee, had asked that we relook at it because they had to be financial aid eligible. And we had trustees who were not financial aid eligible for various reasons. So they were not getting a tuition waiver, but they were applying for a student activities leadership scholarship, and they were being awarded a full, from what I understand, a full tuition per semester. So that scholarship is now going away, and it's getting incorporated into the big pot of money that the foundation's asked us to relook at how we're awarding that. So that scholarship won't be available for the student trustee to apply for. It will only impact their financial aid. It won't impact Pell, because that's, if you get Pell, you get Pell regardless, and it could impact the MAP grant, because scholarships and waivers kind of go first before they would give the MAP grant. But the student trustee would still be eligible for other scholarships up to their cost of attendance, which for a full-time student could be around $12,000.
All right, but what you're telling me is that our former trustees were getting scholarships, and that some of those scholarships aren't going to be available anymore?
Right.
All right, well then, that's a different story. It's not like we're going from not giving somebody anything to turning around and giving somebody a full. Okay, well, I appreciate that clarification, because I think that helps me.
With that clarification, are the rest of you okay with this then?
No, I'm not okay with it, actually. I would like to know, are there other students in leadership roles who are also getting some kind of stipend? Because I had a leadership role when I was a student years and years ago, and I received some perks. There was no money, there was no scholarship, no grants, but I ate very well, and it was really exciting at the time. And so I'm thinking that there's certain perks that are involved with being a member of the, for having, being a student trustee. And I would like to know, are there students in other leadership positions who are given the same opportunity? Because it doesn't appear to be fair, actually.
I can actually answer your question. The other officers for SGA, they actually get paid. They have to work up to 12 office hours per week, and they get paid $8.75 per hour. Student trustee is the only part of the executive board that doesn't get paid. So that's to answer your question.
All right, and so is there any kind of metrics that we can compare the paid position versus the unpaid perks that are received? And, because we want to be fair, of course. I don't really know how to otherwise articulate my belief that this would be unfair. But we're not just talking about, there's other students in leadership roles throughout the college. They're putting in a lot of hours to make their organization better. So, could you guys help me out with that?
We discussed exactly what you're saying at the cabinet meeting, talked about this, and this was the recommendation that was brought forward, but we talked about that whole issue of is this fair in regard to the others. So I don't know how you want to try to address that.
You can measure that.
Yeah.
That's measurable, isn't it? That is measurable.
Oh,
So,
Fairness is measurable.
yeah, for example, the SGA officers, they make about $100 a week. They're working in various, so we guarantee them up to 12 hours of work, basically.
Right.
So they're getting paid as officers. The senators don't get paid, but they're encouraged to attend meetings with the ICCB or other leadership opportunities, and we do cover the transportation, meals, things like that. Phi Theta Kappa, there are a couple of scholarships that are $500 each, so they can apply for those. Our Chronicle students, the radio station students and the students who work for the Chronicle, our newspaper, they also get paid. I think it's the $8.75 an hour. They could work up to 20 hours. So it sort of varies depending on the role. But there are some students in leadership roles that don't get paid too.
Rich, do you want to?
No, I'm struggling to come up with an answer to what you're looking for. I think there
Can
are,
we quantify the work that is done with the student trustee, quantify it and put an amount, whatever arbitrary figure you want to use, based on the work that they're doing and the other benefits that are received from doing the work, and compare that with the students who are getting paid by the hour? Is that not something that should be done? Otherwise, I'd be just one dissenting vote. That's it. So you can do the comparison and make it appear that you've done your due diligence and there's fairness, or you can just say, we've done all that we're going to do, and Linda will just be a dissenting vote. It's up to you guys.
can I ask this question? Because I want to be able to get at the number, but at the same time, with all due respect, I don't want to spend 100 hours trying to figure out a 9-hour tuition waiver. So would it be all right if we looked at the number of hours maybe a student trustee puts in over a given period of time?
Absolutely.
And
This is
quantify
all
that?
measurable.
Yeah, I can go back and look at, how many board meetings, what are the special events, and say, well,
And the preparation for the board meeting.
like this board meeting seems like it's going to go on.
It says in the resolution that she's going to be available 6 hours per week to work in the office.
Right.
She's not going to get compensated for that?
I think we do compensate them for that, or we don't.
No.
No.
Okay, well then you
Doesn't
can
get any
take that
money.
right there.
Yeah.
6 hours per week for a number of weeks in the semester, and she gets the 9-hour credit. It's all going to work then.
Yeah, she was at the event Friday night, she was
Right.
at the event all day on Saturday, she's here again tonight.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of darn work.
It is.
Yeah.
this is
And
the
these
best
other
judge.
students are getting paid, I think, some of them out of federal loan program.
Yeah, but we don't
For
really
federal
make
students.
decisions based on judgments, guys. We make decisions based on fairness and if it can be measurable. So if you just,
That's-
I'll,
And we'll try to line some more figures out.
2 hours.
So,
2
yeah.
hours and
All right,
say, this
we'll
is
put
it.
together 2 hours worth of figures.
Stop.
He can crank it up, 2 hours, man, he will just.
Fridays, 8-hour Saturdays.
Yeah.
I mean, we're already there.
Yeah, well, right.
Tonight.
We've already
Like that,
done,
we're there.
we got the first 15 minutes done now.
Item 6.3,
Sometimes you
19.6.
need to be careful what you ask for.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if this thing comes up, it's gonna be a humongous amount of hours, and then we should do something else
Well,
to
it
make
is-
it
Car
it is
for
what-
you.
yeah, right, right.